Guys, so this is my second drawing tutorial, and as promised I am going to be doing the inking. Like I said, this is a different one. I have been saving this drawing to do an inking and coloring on. This isn't really too complex of a tutorial, but it might help some of you out there. So this is just my OC, my Pokemon OC, Lakshi, and yeah, she has my name because I can't think of a better name for her. This music's too loud. Before we get to it, my first advice, and this is, you don't have to do this, but I find this makes the drawing process so much easier, is put some music on or watch. I do watch TV sometimes, but it does really distract you, so I don't really advise that. The radio, again, it is quite distracting. I just put some music on, some nice relaxing music or your favorite music. So let's get to it. Okay, I know a lot of people have like these drawing materials that nobody has, or you have to buy them. So I will be showing you the tools I have and some tools you can have if you don't need it. The first one, and you really could just use this for the whole entire drawing, is just a fine art pen. This is a 0.5 tip, and that's the tip. It is quite thick even for inking, but it does just do the job for me. If you don't have a fine tip pen, you don't need one really. Before I got that, well actually I did get that before I got everything, but my old one ran out and I was too lazy to pick up another one, so in the meantime I just used a regular ink pen. This is like, I don't think it has the millimeter on it, but it's just a regular writing pen. This is the tip. If you are inking and you don't have a fine tip pen, use black, always black, well, unless you're doing something different, but it's usually black. Don't ever use a biro, unless, like, it'll just come out bad and it doesn't do nice fine tips, and it's not inking. So use just a regular writing pen. Another example, this is the finest tip I have. See, it's like ran out completely, but it's really, I can't get the lid off. It's really, really fine tip, even though it doesn't look like it. But we won't be using that today because it's ran out. I just wanted to show you that. And we won't be using it for this character, at least I don't think so. Well, just for that little bit in her gloves. But where is my thing gone? We'll just be using, you can use any marker, Sharpies, of course, the best, just a black one, or this like only cost me 10 cents, but it's not as dark, but it can be used in a pinch. Okay, but so the two tools we will be just using is this, and for any shading we will be using the pencil, depending on what the shading is. I don't know, there, that's the tools. And the eraser for the lines. Where's my eraser gone? I don't know where my eraser's gone, but an eraser too. Okay, so let's get started. So wherever you want to start is completely up to you. I always start with the bangs. So there's not really anything I can tell you. Just don't go too light. Keep a nice steady hand. And just follow the lines you've done, really. If you go, like, if you press too hard, it does come out, like, see, watch, that's pressing too hard, it comes out a lot more, but we will be needing to use that. You can kind of just go loose. If you go on the side, like I'm doing right now, it comes out way thinner. See how much of a difference that is. Again, remember, when you do this, you can't erase it, so you better make sure you're doing it right. Don't let that scare you, though. It's not as bad as it seems. I suggest if you've never inked anything before, it's not really too difficult because you're just going over the original drawing. But if you are a bit nervous, just draw a little thing, even if it sucks and it's a really bad drawing. Just practice that, and like try to practice making thin lines and thick lines. So that's all I can really advise you to do. there's not many thin lines right now. I'm just doing her eyelashes. I made her eyelashes really thick. I can tell you about this character. This is just my Pokemon OC. I've made many OCs, but I'm really happy with this one. I think she's really cool. Oh, wait, before I say anything, I'm not doing a pupil because I will be coloring that. I will be doing a coloring video. I think I might have to make a part 2 to this one, to be honest. It's already at 5 minutes. But I color the pupil with pencil crayons, not pen. So yeah, I kind of base this character on me, but that's what OCs are. But she's not like what are they called? A Mary Sue. She's not one of those. She's not the best at everything. I actually wrote a story about this, and I really wish I had time to make a manga out of it. But I just kind of made a romance story out of Pokemon, which is so unheard of, really. And if you're wondering what my favorite Pokemon is, it's definitely Arcanine. Arcanine is just awesome. Excuse me if I'm not saying the pronunciation right, because I haven't watched Pokemon forever. I just play the games now. See, I put canine bites. This is what these are called. These are piercings. A lot of people ask me when I don't color it, what are those things on your face? They think that they're pimples or something. I'm like, no, they're piercings. I put piercings on almost all of my characters because all of my characters have this punk rebel look, which I'm really fond of. So when I do the face, I kind of do it really thick up there. I just think it makes it look better. And then I kind of just make it thin down here. I do it thick and then thin. Like so. It's all on what you want, really. It's your drawing. Do whatever you want with it, really. I'm just trying to give some health points. I forgot to do this up here. Why didn't you tell me that? God. I do this a lot, actually, when I'm in a hurry. Like, sometimes my friends ask me to draw them stuff, and when I'm in a hurry, I will forget to do some, like, lines, and I only notice it when I'm coloring it in, and I have to redo it then, which isn't so bad. I try to put lots of detail in this character, actually. I think this is the most detailed single character I've ever done. I wanted to make her look really cool. Like, see, even here, this is her headband, and it's just a bunch of pearls, really. And we'll just go brush that, really. See how I'm not, on this one, I'm not really following the pencil line, but that doesn't matter, really, because it came out the same. There we go. And now here we're going to be shading this. Now you could leave this and say if I was just not coloring this in. I am going to be coloring this in, but say if I wasn't going to color this in and I just wanted to ink it and that was it. Now you could leave that with the pencil shading, which I just did, or you could shade it with the pen, which I will be doing. Usually the only reason I shade stuff is just so to remind me when I'm inking it to do that. See? So it looks fine now. You can see it better. It's the thing I like about inking. It makes it just so much more clear. Okay, so onto the neck. I'm trying to make this really thin now. Okay, and then I want to get to dark bit to show you how to shade like black bits. Some people they like to use like, I don't know if they use permanent markers or just, a lot of people just use like ink, like real ink, and they like to make it really black, and they show the shading with the white bits, the light, I guess you can call it. I'm not going to use it for this because I'm not using permanent marker for this because it is really fine. So I'm just going to do this. I usually, this is called a raccoon tail, and it's like color black. It's usually just one color and then it has black. And I usually go over it with the pencil crayons anyway, so it doesn't matter if that's too perfect. Okay, so I think I'm gonna finish this off, and then I'll get down there and I'll show you how to do the black bits. Okay.